Harry's Wife, Part 102.95. Crassest Celebrities. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. We turn to an article in Red State written by Jim Thompson. Certainly Red State does not curry any favour with regard to Harry or Harry's wife. The article reads, Harry's wife markets the clothes from Queen Elizabeth's funeral. The title alone demonstrates the absence of emotional empathy that Harry's wife has. That notwithstanding that her husband's grandmother, the Queen of England, recently died, an individual that was well regarded by hundreds of millions of people around the globe, and at least given a quiet respect from others who don't really think that the monarchy impacts upon them, the fact that this is a person that had put in considerable years of service, unlike the 5 minutes that Harry's wife provided, although, of course, according to her own maxim, you must give it at least 5 years if you're going to prepare to give it 5 minutes. Again, demonstrating her hypocrisy, as she doesn't live by the things that she says. No surprise there, of course. If it's easy to say, then you don't need to do it. If you can get control, fuel, character traits, and residual benefits by words alone, then just use words alone. That is a core tenet of the narcissist's behaviour. By marketing the clothes that she wore from the funeral demonstrates her sense of entitlement, an absence of boundary recognition with regard to sensitivity of taste, and not upsetting people with such crass behaviours. Once again, Harry's wife's tunnel vision, whereby the kingdom of Harry's wife, or the queendom, or queendom of Harry's wife, is all that matters. The residual benefit of making money off the back of the death of somebody else would, for most people, be seen as absolutely abhorrent, seen as a low behaviour, but of course unsurprising when it comes to Harry's wife. The article continues, Harry's wife, grand gaslighter of the royal usurpers, has some stiff competition for the crassest celebrity on the planet, but she efforts every day to hold off the completion. I think they meant to write competition. When she visited Uvalde and placed flowers as he parts pass him, she had in tow a team, it should read, of media photographers and videographers for an unannounced visit. She marked the moment by marketing herself. Of course, her narcissism sees this as an opportunity to put forward the state of Harry's wife. My colleague Bob Hodge called her out. So did social media. And a tweet from somebody called Tim Young states, Harry's wife made such an unannounced visit to Uvalde that every major media organisation was conveniently there to recognise and photograph her laying flowers. I cartooned about her royal awfulness and her bottomless ability to make everything about Harry's wife. Harry's wife has not met a lie she did not like. She weaves myths and fantasy so often. It seems to be second nature. It likely is. It's not likely. It is. She and Harry sat for an interview with Oprah and should have burst into flames from the myth-making. Liar, liar, pants on fire. But Oprah played along. Her brand is victimhood. Everything is about her. Who hurt her? Who wouldn't talk to her? Who wouldn't listen to her? Who didn't take her seriously? Even when she was paid to stand and smile. In one of her latest Spotify podcast episodes with guest Paris Hilton, the Duchess talked about her first gig in the industry. Harry's wife doesn't have turn-head beauty. She has a shapely figure. I think that's rather generous of the author. And a pretty face. Again, I think that is generous. When the TV show Deal or No Deal was looking for models to hold briefcases with a number inside, she was picked because she looked like a model. Not too pretty, not plain, not too tall, not too short. She and the other 25 models were Goldilocks. Harry's wife was paid to stand still, hold a briefcase and smile. Nonetheless, she's now shocked, mind you, that she was praised for her intellect. Not that she really has one, but of course her narcissism causes her to believe that she's got a triple-digit IQ, and that she could slay anybody in debate, something, of course, which is patently clear that she can't. She said that the Deal or No Deal producer didn't ask her about quantum physics or debate Plato's The Republic in the original Greek. She objected to the process of making models, model-ready. She said it was solely about beauty and not necessarily about brains. I was thankful for the job, but not how it made me feel, which was not smart. Harry's wife felt objectified, but then went on to model partially nude, and her suit's character spent as much screen time in her underwear as in her business attire. Harry's wife set her sights on marrying up, which I think is the ultimate in being a picked, objectified object, which of course demonstrates her hypocrisy. A shiny bauble with a smile. She can claim she married for love, which of course her narcissism causes her to believe this is the case, but she sought out Harry like a heat-seeking missile, not for who he was, but for what he was, indeed, for what he represented vis-à-vis the prime aims. Now she's angry that she's a duchess, not a princess. When Queen Elizabeth died, Harry's wife tried every angle to make it about her, where she walked, where she would sit, and what she would wear. Now, in what should have been an anticipated move of crassness, she is marketing her funeral clothes. Somebody called Canel Citadel states, using the Queen's funeral to merch herself with the Waleses because she knows they have the type of global power that her deflated reputation does not have, this woman is a repugnant mess. Everything is a money opportunity for her. Hashtag Harry's wife is a grifter. The article continues. She will never want for anything as long as she lives, but she's marketing the clothes she wore to a relative's funeral. Why should anyone care? Maybe you shouldn't, but you should realize, no matter how bad you beat yourself up over a mistake or a comment you regret, remember that no matter how crass or low you think you are, there is always Harry's wife to top you. Or I would suggest that, to put it more accurately, she's there to bottom you. Another publication noting the behaviour of Harry's wife in terms of her necessity of engaging in her grifting ways. The fact that she has set up on the website information about what she wore at a funeral for the purposes of then seeking to get other people to purchase it doesn't surprise me in the slightest. But it is entirely indicative of the way that she operates with that sense of entitlement, an absence of emotional empathy, that tunnel vision, no accountability for her behaviour, and if you were to say that this is reprehensible behaviour, her narcissism would deflect it. She would either ignore you, or say, I've got to make some money somehow, or more likely, well, after everything they've done to me, this pales by comparison. What about when they did this? What about when they did that? And of course, it is indicative of the narcissism's way of dealing with it by engaging in the rampant whataboutism.
And I think he looks.
It is not a surprise to find that Harry's wife would engage in such behaviour. And of course, the screenshot that was provided to demonstrate the fashion that she's seeking to merch arising from the funeral has understandably drawn a reaction from those on Twitter. Jackie M. writes, gross. Kylie, the depths of the depths can't even forego merching the Queen's passing. I didn't know humans were built like this. Well, those humans which are particular types of narcissists will engage in such behaviours. One really fast writes, just when you think she can't get any lower. Kylie, I literally shake my head. I bet her new PR company does too, and even Sunshine Sachs, and we know who they have helped. I can't even believe I'm on planet Earth right now. Where have all these wackos come from? Is it in the soy? Kath, King Charles seriously needs to do something to stop this vulgarity. The IMC. She didn't wait long to merch funeral ensemble. Kylie responds, I actually checked during the funeral, and some of it was there. The cape dress, but quite hidden, small bottom of page, but then became front page. So that person unearthed the fact that not only is Harry's wife merching it post-funeral, she was merching it during the funeral. I'll let you digest that and no doubt provide me with your observations in the comments. But it is yet more grist to the mill, demonstrating her narcissism in action. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.